Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. I'm back with a DIY video for you today, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some DIYs with some various bits and pieces that I've picked up from lots of different bargain stores. I thought rather than just focusing on items from Poundland, I would do a variety of different DIYs from different places with things that I already have. So basically I'm trying to clear out the loft at the moment. I've got lots of Christmas decorations and lots of bits and pieces, so I thought I'd have a go at doing some DIYs with some of those items just to switch them up a bit and hopefully improve upon them. And I'm really excited to say that today's video is in collaboration with Chelsey Bowen. I absolutely love Chelsey's videos. She does some brilliant DIYs. She's so good at all sorts of different crafts, and I actually have a wreath that Chelsey made right here. How about that? Isn't this beautiful? So it's got a little gingerbread man on it. Really nice. So yeah, Chelsey made that and she makes loads of lovely stuff. She's also recently done some hacks on the little Poundland nutcrackers as well and made them look stunning. So definitely head over to Chelsey's channel and subscribe. When you do, you'll get loads of DIY. My leg just clicked, didn't it? Did you hear that? You'll get loads of DIY inspiration over there if you're into that sort of thing. So over on Chelsey's channel, she's actually going to be doing some DIYs with rubbish. So any discarded packaging that she has from around the home, and something that we can all get involved with as well. So hopefully most of us would have similar materials to hand as well. So I think that's a fab idea, and I can't wait to see what Chelsey comes up with for some Christmas DIYs. And if you've popped over from Chelsey's channel, hello, it is great to see you over here. Thanks so much for popping over, and I hope that you'll stick around. So let's have a quick sip of the coffee in my winking Santa mug. We'll cue the Christmas intro and then we'll get cracking with the DIYs. So I'm starting off with this wooden star that I actually got from the Euroshop in Germany, and also found these little wooden cars in there too. They come on kind of skewers, so I'm not sure what you usually would use these for, maybe to put into floral arrangements, but I thought they'd look quite nice standing up. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have a Euroshop near to you. I wanted to try and use some different things that aren't always from Poundland, as I know I have viewers from all over the world, so maybe these will just inspire you to find similar items in a bargain store near to you instead. So yeah, if you have a go at any of these, do tag me in pictures over on Instagram as well. I'd love to see how you make these DIYs your own. But as you can see, I'm going on with some pliers to chop the sticks down to the appropriate height, having just drilled some holes into the star. Then I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue into there. You could use wood glue as well, just to make sure they stand up nice and securely and don't slip through the holes when the star is moved around. And I just played around with the heights of these just to kind of stagger them a bit, so the one at the back is slightly higher. And then I had the idea of maybe adding some little trees. So I thought we would do a similar thing, but using some bottle brush trees. So I'm now drilling some holes at the front to make a couple of tree trunks. So I'm just poking in the offcut of the dowel and then just cutting that size with the pliers. And then I'm going on with some hot glue onto some of these tiny bottle brush trees. I think these were from Poundland or from Flying Tiger, one or the other. And the glue sticks these really nicely, actually. I thought they might sort of snap off, but they were really nice and secure. And I quite like the way it makes them stand tall. I just think they look really cool like that. So maybe that's something you could try on a different DIY as well. And then just to finish it off, I popped one at the front that was already on its wooden base. And here's how they turned out. I'm really happy with our little driving home for Christmas scene. Next up, I'm taking a Poundland frame that actually got broke. It was in my craft supplies box and yeah, it took a bit of a bashing, so I'm going to fix it. I've also got this table runner that again came from the Euroshop, and I'm just measuring this out on the frame backing to cut it down to size. So I'm just drawing on the shape of the backing with a pen and just cutting that out to get it exactly the same size as the backing of the frame, because this is going to form our backdrop, but you could use some wrapping paper, some scrap paper, you could do a collage, you could paint the backing, do whatever takes your fancy just to make it a little bit festive. But I went with these nice festive silver stars on the fabric. I thought this fabric was excellent value, by the way, for €1. Next up, I'm replacing what was the string with the little pegs with some red and white twine. This is from Poundland, I think, but again, I've seen this in lots of other places. Lots of the bargain stores do sell this. You could use some regular string as well. And then I picked up these letters from Home Bargains, and the thought being with this one that you could do the initials of your family, or you could spell out your name, or you could spell out a word, something like Merry, Joy, anything festive that you like. You may see that I'm slipping the string up a bit higher because I stuck it a little bit too low for the letters. So I'm just moving that up and sellotaping it at the back to make sure that that stays in position. And then I'm arranging the letters again just to make the Mr. C that I'm going for, because those were the letters that I had to hand. So we are making my name. Slightly awkward, but there we go. But yeah, make this for a gift for somebody maybe. It'd be a nice one to do, personalised touch. And these letters were really cheap. I think they were 39p each, if I remember correctly. Next up, I'm going on with some more pegs, but ones with these little bottle brush trees on that I thought were just really sweet, but you could use the clothes pegs that came on the original frame if you happen to have one of these, or you could use a thrifted frame, find one from a charity shop, or maybe you've got an old frame lying around. You sometimes do see them being thrown out as well, but as you can see, I'm doing a quick repair job on this one where the corner snapped. Sorry about the dodgy angle here, but you get the drift. I'm just hot gluing that back together and then running a line of the hot glue around the frame just to make sure that the backing sits nice and securely into position. And I'm just folding down the little pins at the back to hold that into place. And here's how it turned out. Next up, I'm taking some pine cones, some fir cones. I have lots of these, and I also have this little tiny Christmas tree that was from the Euroshop as well. You see these in a lot of the bargain stores, pound shops, that sort of thing, and they'll usually be around £1 or maybe $1 if you've got a Dollar Tree near to you. So I'm just fluffing out all of the branches, trying to get them as even as I can, which is tricky with these little trees because yeah, the branches are sort of all over the place. But anyway, I did the best that I can. And then I'm going on with the scrap of fabric that I had left over from the previous DIY that we've just seen. I thought I might as well use this up. So I'm just using this to cover this orange shiny base, which wasn't giving me the vibes, but hopefully this fabric will instead. I think it looks a little bit nicer, but nothing wrong with the orange base. If that is up your street, leave it as it is. I'm also doing a bit of a fold as I glue it round, kind of give it a bit of a texture. I'm basically making it up as I go along, in case you haven't guessed already, and I ran out of the fabric, so I'm slicing off another piece, but at least that means that none is getting wasted this way. So there we go, I'm just sticking it back on again and continuing to stick it to the pot and then fold it back on itself by about an inch or so, but you know me, I am winging it and then just folding it again, letting that set, and then gluing it again and keep folding that round to get this nice ruffled effect all the way around the base. And glue gun glue does stick fabric incredibly well. Once you've put that glue between fabric, it's not going anywhere. So that will hold into place really nicely. You could tie a bow around that as well if you wanted to. But next up, to fill the tree out, I thought let's go in with lots of our pine cones, and I'm just hot gluing these into place. You could use some wire on the pine cones if you want to wrap that around and then go in with that. But I found this technique worked quite nicely and it stuck them in nice and securely. Now, a lot of these pine cones I have found, you can just pick these up locally if you have some woods near to you. You may have some that have fallen from trees. And also, after Christmas time, a lot of people will throw out their old wreaths, and you'll often see them on the garden waste recycling bins, and they'll just be leaning up on them. And I have, yes, I have indeed taken them from old wreaths in the past and kept them for the following year. So that's why I've got some of these gold ones as well. someone was throwing a wreath out and I ripped anything off it that I thought I could use in a future DIY, because you know me, I love a bit of skip diving, and yeah, seeing those pretty things from a wreath, I thought, let's get those involved for this year. I'm going on with a star present topper. That came from Poundland, but you could use any ornament that you have. And here's how our little tree turned out. So there we go, I really hope you enjoyed the DIYs. Let me know down below in the comments which one was your favourite. And now head over to Chelsey's channel, where she's going to be doing some Christmas DIY decor using rubbish. So I can't wait to see what she comes up with over there. So click the link in the description box to head over to Chelsey's video. Make sure you subscribe while you're over there as well. If you're new here, do click subscribe for new videos every single week. And don't forget you can catch me over on Instagram. It's Mr. Carrington or Mr. Carrington Home. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy.